Hello, my name is Mohammed Mizan, and this is my CMP 158 or 168 project 2, the Minesweeper. So let's get started. Here are the inputs necessary Java libraries. Let's see. This part is for the GUI components, the JFrame, the JButton, etc. Layouts and fonts, handles events like the button clicks, randomized bomb placements, and this is used for the bandwidth, the BFS. Um, This is the grid class. It's responsible to manage the game logic of the Minesweeper. It handles the bomb placement, neighbor bomb count, and provides helper methods to access the grid information. So we have the instance variables, obviously bomb grid, the 2D array to track where the bomb are placed, count grid, 2D arrays to track the number of bombs around the cell, the number of rows, the number of rows of the grid, obviously number of columns, the number of columns of the grid, and the number of bombs is the number of bombs that's placed. Here we're gonna go to the constructors. The default constructors creates the 10 by 10 with the 25 bombs. Constructor allows to customize the grid size by default number of bombs. Here we fully customize the constructor. So this is the initialized arrays. This one populates the bomb locations and count grid. We get to the private methods. Randomly place the bombs on the field grid without overlapping. In this code, we place bombs until reach the desired amount. I'll say this part. We avoid placing more than one bomb in the same spot. Here we calculate the number of bombs surrounding each non-bomb cell. This part, we use the -1 to indicate a bomb. In this part, we check all the neighbors of the cell. And this one is to store the bomb count. We get into the public getters and helpers. Obviously the number of rows is the number of rows going to return, get number of columns for the return, get number of bombs, number of bombs. Here returns a deep copy of the bomb grid to prevent external modification. In this code, we return a deep copy of the count grid. This part is a bomb allocation. It checks if the bomb is located at a given cell. And obviously, it returns the number of surrounding bombs cells given. It returns -1, and if the cell is a bomb. Same thing for here. So we get to the inner class with GUI of the Minesweeper. This inner class with this Minesweeper game is a GUI. It handles the game display. Once I run it, it will show the game for the user input, and we get the win and loss logic. Basically, it's the game when we start it. Obviously, we got the private grid for the grid instance of the game logic. Obviously, the main game window, the J frame, and obviously the J button is obviously the arrays of buttons to represent the grid. The private boolean revealed is the track where the cell has been revealed. Um, Reveal count is the track number of cells revealed. Here we get the structure setup of the game logic and the GUI components. Obviously here the grid we use the default of the 10 by 10. Here is the setup of the frame with the grid layout. Obviously this is the name of it's going to show up on the top. For this code, it creates the button and add to the GUI. Obviously with the font, if it's bold, and the font size. Here we add the event listener for a button click. The final frame setting, 600 by 600 is going to be like a little big box in the left corner. Here it will handle here will handle the logic when the user clicks on the cell. So this part we ignore already, revealed by cell. This part of the codes we will play player click the bomb, it ends the game. Sorry, I'm highlight it one time. When the player clicks the bomb the game, this will show up the game over. If you click the bomb, then it will ask to replay if you want to play again. Then it will and this part will show the rest of the cells that shows like the numbers like one, two, or three, or four, and all the bombs that are around the game. Here, if it checks out if you win the game, this will show up. Congratulations, you won the game. Do you want to play again? Obviously, the same part of the ask replay. Here we are reveal select a cell if it has a value of 0. If you use the BFS to reveal the neighbor cell, this part is basically disables the button so it can be clicked again. Obviously, this part will show the bomb count. And as we continue, we'll perform the breadth first search, reveal all the connection 0 value to cell. And also, we get to the neighbor cells here. And obviously, this part will say add to the queue if it's also 0. As we keep going, same thing, the entire board. Reveals the entire board after a win and loss. And obviously, with the bomb, it will show. This part is the pop off the dialog asking if the user wants to play again. Um, let's say the player is obviously this will what's it gonna call it? If they click yes, it will start a new game. If not, it will exit the game and the game completely. And obviously, this is the main method to launch the Minesweeper game. And obviously, this part is just to run the GUI and events dispatch. Trend. Um, okay, let me see. Let's start the game here. All right, there. So I really don't know how to play this game. I just saw like you count the numbers by how it's, let's say it's here. Oh man. Okay, I guess the game just ended really quick. Um, as you can see, game over. You click the bomb. Let's say click OK. Do you want to play again? Yeah, let's play again. I mean, the game was too quick. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Say take clicked again. Let's say no. It closes the game. That's pretty much it.